The sound of gentle rain tapped against the cafe windows in central London. Emma wiped the counter for the third time that morning, her tired eyes hidden behind a polite smile. It was just another day, another shift, another hour spent trying to hold her life together. "Morning, Emma," called Sarah, her co-worker. "Morning," Emma replied softly, glancing at the baby monitor on the shelf. Her 1-year-old son, Noah, was fast asleep in the staff room. Her boss had allowed her to bring him only because she couldn't afford childcare anymore. Life in London was expensive, and being a single mum meant every single penny mattered. Across the city, in a glass tower overlooking the Thames, Alexander Reynolds, the CEO of Reynolds Technologies, stared out of his office window. The tabloids called him the Ice King, brilliant, ruthless, and completely detached. He had everything: money, power, reputation, everything except peace. When his assistant knocked on the door, he barely looked up. "Your car's waiting, sir. You have that investor meeting in Covent Garden. Cancel lunch." "I don't do small talk," Alexander said, his tone as cold as the London fog outside. But fate, it seems, had other plans. Hours later, his driver pulled over near a small cafe. The rain had turned into a storm, and Alexander, frustrated by the traffic, decided to wait inside. The cafe was warm, too ordinary for a man like him, yet something about it felt different. As he stepped inside, he saw her, Emma, balancing a tray in one hand and answering the phone with the other. Accidentally dropped a cup. "I'm so sorry, sir," she said, kneeling to clean the mess. Alexander sighed, impatient, but then his eyes caught the small baby monitor flashing on the shelf. A faint giggle came through the speaker. He froze. "You bring your child to work?" he asked, not out of anger this time, but with a hint of disbelief. Emma looked up, her cheeks flushed with embarrassment. "Yes, sir. I didn't have anyone to watch him today." Something softened in him, a feeling he hadn't experienced in years. "Bring me a black coffee," he said quietly. "Take your time." For the rest of the hour, he watched her move with grace and determination. There was no self-pity in her, only quiet strength. When he left, he didn't even touch his coffee, but he left a £500 note under the saucer. The next day, Emma nearly fainted when she saw the note. "That must have been a mistake," she whispered. But then she noticed something else: a business card tucked beneath the money. "Alexander Reynolds, CEO, Reynolds Technologies," and a handwritten message: "For someone who refuses to give up." Days turned into weeks. Emma returned to her routine, but that card stayed in her wallet like a secret piece of hope. Then, one rainy Thursday, he came back. The entire cafe went silent as the billionaire walked in, wearing a tailored suit and a rare, almost invisible smile. "You still serve the best coffee in London?" he asked. Emma blushed. "I try." He sat by the window, watching her. There was something about her calmness, something that pulled him in. When he left this time, he didn't leave money. He left a note. "Do you believe in second chances? Meet me tomorrow, 10 a.m., Reynolds Technologies." Emma hesitated all night. Was it a trap, a cruel joke? But something told her to go. The next morning, wearing her cleanest shirt and clutching her baby's toy for courage, she arrived at the skyscraper. The receptionist smiled. "Mr. Reynolds is expecting you." When she entered his office, Alexander stood by the window again, hands in his pockets. "You came," he said softly. "I don't understand why." He turned to face her. "Because you remind me of who I used to be, before I lost myself chasing success." He offered her a position: personal assistant, flexible hours, daycare support included. Emma stared at him, speechless. "Why me?" "Because you work harder than most people I know, and because you make me want to be better." She accepted. The weeks that followed changed both their lives. Emma brought a light into the office, not through perfection, but through kindness. Every morning, little Noah toddled around the break room, charming everyone, even Alexander. The once cold CEO began smiling again, laughing, even staying after hours just to talk. One evening, as the office lights dimmed, he found Emma staring at a photo of her late husband. "I'm sorry," he said gently. "For what?" "For not seeing how fragile people are, how strong they can be." Two tears filled her eyes. "You've changed, Mr. Reynolds." He smiled faintly. "No, you changed me." But just as life began to feel right again, the tabloids exploded. Billionaire CEO seen with calf worker, mystery woman identified. Paparazzi surrounded the cafe. Emma lost her job. Her son's daycare refused to take Noah until things calmed down. She called Alexander, but he didn't answer. For 3 days, she felt her world collapsing. Then, one morning, a black car stopped outside her flat. Alexander stepped out, looking tired but determined. "I should have protected you," he said, "and I will if you'll let me." He revealed the truth. He had shut down an unethical merger that cost his investors millions. The leaks were a setup, a cruel attack meant to destroy him, and anyone close to him. Emma stared at him. "You're risking everything for me, for us," he corrected gently. "I'm tired of living like my heart doesn't matter." He took her hand. "Come with me. Let's start again, somewhere no one knows us." Months later, in a quiet village by the sea, Emma ran a small coffee shop. Noah played outside, chasing seagulls, and Alexander, he sat by the window, laptop open, smiling as he watched them. "I told you," he said, handing her a steaming mug. "You make the best coffee in England." Emma laughed softly. "And you make the best mistakes." He leaned closer. "Then, let's keep making them together." As the waves crashed outside and Noah's laughter filled the air, Emma finally felt what she'd been chasing all along. Not wealth, not success, but peace. And for Alexander Reynolds, the man who once refused love, that peace was the most priceless thing of all. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this story brought a little warmth to your day. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that touch the heart. We'll see you in the next video.